that, we will have the people, the delegation from Estonia. Donc l'Estonie, c'est tout au nord de l'Europe. The small country in the north part of Europe.
Well, hello and welcome to our first live stream. Our first live streaming event for EFRA here at RC Racing TV. You can be seeing us on www.rcracing.tv or EFRA WS. And we are at Reims for the 1/8 Buggy European Off-Road Championship. And you are joining us for a unique broadcast because we are broadcasting the opening ceremony.
It was all going pretty smoothly until you deafened Paul.
Well, we've been here for a while. We've been doing a lot of setting up. Now, what's going to happen today is we're going to let you enjoy the opening ceremony with some of the marvellous national anthems. We see the various drivers and team members come through. And there will then be at 6 o'clock local, 5 o'clock time here, there will be a round of practice. There will be a round of practice, and that will be only 2 minutes each, but just to run a quick run of practice for all the drivers to get ready for the final run on this very unique surface of a chalk dust. We've been walking around the track most of the afternoon, laying cables and doing general other things. And looking for... we're just trying to just testing a few of the systems you see, so you see the little cameras will start moving. But there's a round of practice coming up. And of course, the first thing I must do is thank our sponsors, who are the reason we're here. And there's a big thanks to Proline, to Team Durango, and to Audi UK, who lent us the super wagon, which took us down to the south. Well, it's not really south of France, the middle of France, after our trip through Eurotunnel was slightly delayed. Now, anybody who's been to European Championship know that one of the key points is this opening ceremony. Can be a tad long. Especially when there's a number of teams there. So I'm not sure whether by the time we've got Matt up there with the moving camera, we have Paul with us as well, who'll be doing some camera work, but also with our new bit of kit for this week, we've got cameras being cut, so we have a multi-camera feed for you coming up later on. And rather nicely, the MC is wishing every single team good luck, and I think that's what you'd hope for, really. Weather here in Reims is glorious. Well, there is a cloud in the sky over there, but no real problem to anybody. And we're looking to see set fair for the whole of the event. So what we've got later today, we've got a very short round of practice, get you a chance to see the cars going round. We also have, tomorrow we have 3 rounds of qualifying, and on Friday we have 2 rounds of qualifying in the lower finals, and Saturday's all the finals, and we will be broadcasting all of this live. With an awful lot of moving camera as well. We're going to do a lot more moving camera than last year, so you'll get thoroughly fed up with my voice. And as Matt now shows us the Austrian delegation, who are happily on the back sort of sweeping corner, and you'll get a chance to look around the track later. And there's all the Austrian cars. I believe we're waiting to see the next nationality is. And so I think it might be Germany, I'm not sure, but it'd be interesting to find out. And walking out, it is the German. So here come the German delegation. So a good look at the Estonians then. Oh, a straggler. It's a German straggler. That's not German, that's JQ. That's JQ's Finnish. So the Finnish team are already out for some reason. How Finland came before Germany, I don't know. This is quite a confusing thing. It appears that they've played the German national anthem for the Finnish team. Ah, that's a little problem. So this is Finland, actually, who've walked out of the German national anthem. JQ with his fantastic checkerboard hair. Matt, the checkerboard hair, please. And there is JQ. So they've now had a marvellous German national anthem. No one appears to notice that slight problem. That was the German national anthem, wasn't it, Paul? It was, yes. Well, there we are. That's interesting. Oh, look, see it. Paul just cut the camera because we've got two cameras. We've got three. We have a third camera, but that's thank you very much indeed. But that's showing nothing of any interest. So we are back with the main camera here. So let's guess what the next country is, and let's guess which national anthem they get. Oh, it's GB next. We've got anything. Perhaps we get the Marseillaise. So here come the British team, or will be coming quite soon, hopefully. Let's never say. So, this is the Germans now coming out without their national anthems. They got kind of out of sync. So, let's not. So, I must admit, normally these opening ceremonies run with very little problem, but the Finns came out the German national anthem. I wasn't really watching very carefully. Perhaps the Finnish national anthem was played and no one came out. And now the Germans are coming out the British national anthem. I think I'm missing something here. Are they being presented somewhere else? No. So the Germans are meandering out there. Where are the Brits? Now the advantage is I've got a radio mic, so I'm going to try and find the British team. Because at the moment it's all going a bit Pete Tong. As the Germans carry on. They're over there, the British team, aren't they? But they're not walking out, are they? So once again, now the Germans are walking out to the British national anthem. I'm going to leave that one there. So are the British being presented somewhere else? Am I missing the point here? I can see a lot of French people lined up behind. Yes, I always thought you kind of walked out. Or are they playing the national anthem and then walking out? It's all. I have the answer for everybody. I have the answer. They're actually presenting the people, as Matt's now found out. They're presenting the teams on the rostrum they use for the 1/10 of the track. After they presented them, they then meander on to the track. Unfortunately, they're timing it. They meander onto the track with the next national anthem. So this is going perfectly. It's just we can't actually see the part. We can see the back of someone's head. But if Matt can get a picture of that, what you'll see is that is the other rostrum. That's because there's a tarmac track round the other side. And so Matt's got that rostrum nicely there. So he's got quite a good view, actually. You might be able to get a bit more of what's going on here on that particular angle. So they're presenting the teams up there. They then play the national anthem, which is absolutely correct. And so now they come down, and then they get to walk out on the track. And we get the Greeks first. Next, sorry. So obviously, what's a Grecian urn? About 10 bob a week. Thank you very much. I'm here all week. So we were wrong. They did it absolutely perfectly. It just looked rather confusing when the Finns were walking. And this is the Greek national anthem. So that's the British team, I think, meandering out. Is that the British team? Yes, there's the British now on the track. So you can see the British team on the track. This is not the British national anthem. This is the Greeks who are being presented on the rostrum behind us, and there is the British team. Let's see if we can pick out any well-known. There's Elliot Boots in a T-shirt, and there's Darren Bloomfield, the current European champion. Interestingly, it's only true, the British team has gone for polo shirts. They have, on many years, been gone for the red ordinary shirt. And now the sole driver from Ireland, I believe. It's the sole driver from Ireland. We were presented on the rostrum. And then on the track, somebody else represented. It's all going absolutely to plan. Possibly. So, let's see where we're at. I'm going to get the Irish national anthem. So a man with a Greek there wearing a amusing Greek-style blue and white wig, and again not a kind of a Greek. A few people in the Greek sort of shirts. I think probably the mechanics who are wearing the non-team shirts, the non-national shirts, shall I say? They'll be just where they come. Admittedly, I think you probably want to change a shirt in a very hot day. And some conversation between the various team members as they stand on the track. There are a number of countries. What happens is the countries are presented in their alphabetical order, with the exception of the host country, which is France, and they will go last. So it's all right going. Okay, and we've got a couple of comments, so thank you for your comments. Roadhog 29389 has said, "Oh dear." I think that's "oh dear" because at the time I think we all thought that the Finns were walking out to the German national, but no, we found that round. And Ibrahim say RC racing is epic. Well, I have to agree with that because it's in my contract to do so. But thank you for your kind comments, and you can comment on the main YouTube stream. So, as we carry on looking on for the track, you see we are cutting pictures, which is amazing. I've got Paul sitting next to me. He's wearing his hat, looking very, very efficient. And he's got one of the massive great TriCaster thing, which apparently is very expensive. Doesn't look it, just looks like a server to me. So I expect it probably is. It's got a huge profit margin. So we do have the Irish national anthem, and the next, I think we have Italy coming up next. The Italians will be our next victims. Team, and of course they have a number of the top hopes. I must admit, I do think the Italians have a very, very jolly national anthem. I always think it's just bringing in the sheep, which probably isn't, but it's a good national anthem. I've heard this one many a time when Ferrari win in Formula One, get their constructors thing. You don't hear it very often from Formula One drivers, though, of course, as there hasn't been a Formula One driver champion from Italy since I think Farina actually back in 1950. And so the last Italian to win a race. And I think it was Fisichella, but it could have been Trulli because they both won about the same time. I'll go for Fisichella. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Slight jump on the CD there. Oh, he's got the best bit off. The next bit's a good bit. Stand upon the podium that we can't see because it's behind us all. Now, it's very possible that later on in the week, even tomorrow, we may be able to see those things back there because we have bought a radio frequency camera, which basically means a mobile camera, which we have yet to test because it was quite a long time this setup. We've set a lot of things up and rebuild things as we've been here a few hours getting wire and camera down. But we are hoping to do some RF camera work, and our plans are for tomorrow is that during the lunch break we are going to do a lunchtime show where we're going to wander around with the camera and the microphone and just talk to people, and then we're going to ask Paul to make it look pretty with his clever machine he's got here, which might work. This is the Monegasque national anthem. You do hear it occasionally. There have been a couple of Monegasque GP2 winners recently. Now, of course, if racing drivers had their national anthem where they lived played, we'd hear it every week. Possibly about 10 times, because most of them do seem to like Monaco for some reason. I can't think whether perhaps it's the south of France. It wouldn't be anything to do with the fact there's no tax whatsoever. So once again, thank you to Proline, Team Durango and Audi UK for supporting us at this endeavour. This is sort of bonus coverage for you who found us today. I thank you for being here. We're set up. We'll be doing a lot more tomorrow, and hopefully people will know what it's all about. But at the moment, it's now look, Matt proving he's a true cameraman. He's found the pretty girls. There's nothing like a cameraman to find an attractive woman. And in fairness, whoa. I did think I did think to myself, I was looking for distance away, and I thought it's a bit hot for a jumper, isn't it? And then I found out it's a small dog. Who does look very nice, actually. No, go back in on the dog. I like the dog. Thank you. Oh, is he? Oh, it's not that bad, love. Oh dear. Not a fan of opening ceremonies, obviously. And now that's the Monegasque man walking out. Having a lovely time. Now, interestingly, here we go. We have a couple more comments. Biocheck has said 360p. Is that all Proline, Durango and Audi can give us? Well, I'm afraid that's nothing to do with anybody. That's entirely to do with the internet upstream that we have here at the track. And there just isn't that much internet. We've actually, when we got here, there was nothing. And they've had to run as a special line. And whilst we have something like 15 meg down, we only have less than a meg up. Now, we will be experimenting to see if we can run 480p later, but we are entirely Barcheck. Could we Barheck UK? I don't know. At the mercy of the internet provision, which is something which the organisers provide for us as part of our role as EFRA media partners. We do believe that some of our later broadcasts, don't forget this is our first broadcast and we'll be broadcasting for 6 of the next 7 weeks. Next week it's an entire week of off-road Euros action electric-wise from Valladolid, in the centre of Spain. And the following weekend we're doing it twice. We have one team at Halifax, the 1/8 track, and another team in Alcalas in Spain again for the large-scale off-road. Then the following week we are in Portugal for the 1/10 Touring Car Championship, and then there's a week's gap, and then we have the 1/10 IC Championship in Graz. And basically, when we get a higher internet upload speed, and it's entirely down to what the track can get, because often, don't forget, tracks tend to be built nowhere near anywhere, we will be broadcasting in a higher definition. So certainly we've seen some figures from Valladolid, which would make me think that 480 would be no problem whatsoever. And if we have enough broadcast bandwidth, we'll even do it in 720. But that's entirely the point. We can encode in anything you like, but it entirely depends on how thick the little pipe going up is. So if the internet speed improves here, we'll upscale it to a higher speed. But as it is, to keep to stop it from buffering and to keep the thing running, it'll be in 360. However, what we will be doing for both the finals and for our lunchtime shows is we'll be cutting them out and putting them onto YouTube and also onto www.rcracing.tv. They'll be on in beautiful, I say high definition, but probably 720p YouTube, so reasonably high definition. So there'll be a lot of ways to watch what we're doing. And if you are watching and you haven't yet bookmarked www.rcracing.tv, our updated and super new website that does include now a newsfeed every day and will be the home of Euros live streaming, please do. Also, you must join the rcracing.tv Facebook page, and also you can follow us. You can follow the team or me on RC Racing. That's my Twitter feed, RC Racing, and I am prepared to answer any legal, honest and decent questions at that point. And I'd like to say hello from Sweden to Mr. Steamrock. Hello, Mr. Steamrock. Hello to you from... Well, I'm not from Sweden, obviously. I'm saying hello to you from France. And the Norwegians have had their national... They've now walked out. And there's 3 Norwegians. And that was... And look, I think it's the Brits are now having their own little separate team photo, I think. It is actually a requirement of EFRA that you have an opening ceremony. You can cancel rounds of practice. You can't cancel the opening ceremony. And obviously this is the biggest event by entries of the year, the 1/8 Off-Road Championship. There are 180 drivers taking part. And others, and then a great number of countries represented. In every single country, you have 30 entries, 30 drivers, or just one. You get your limelight in the sun, or your limelight on the touring car podium, and your national anthem is played in, and you have a chance to walk the track. Now, obviously, we're past N, so I'm not quite sure what this national anthem is. Portugal. As a guess. That's an alphabetical-based guess, isn't it? Yeah, I thought so. We've got the Netherlands as well, obviously. And can you pick up the Netherlands, boys, Matt? 3 in orange. Because I noticed a European champion amongst them. On the left-hand side, it's Kai Coops, who was, of course, the large-scale off-road champion in Croatia in 2011. He's not doing much large-scale now, and he's moved over to 1/8 buggy. So another European champion. So I think we'll be seeing Martin Bayer at some point. I mean, he may be out of the Czech Republic. He's also European. He's a large-scale touring car European champion. We've also got Simo Anonimi. Simo won the Euros, didn't he? Just not if he won the Euros earlier, because you were there, Simo. Did he win it? He did, thank you. So Simo Anonimi, he's raced for Finland, so we've got another European champion. So we have at least two current European. We've got Lee Martin as well, and Jorn Neumann. So of the current European champions, we got, obviously we have the 1/8 European champion, both the 1/10 electric European champions. We've got the current large-scale touring car champion and the previous large-scale off-road champion, but we don't have the touring car European champion because there wasn't one last year. And we don't have obviously the IC champions, because it's a bit of a change for the flat track IC guys, who were, of course, Robert Peach and Eric Dankel, was it? I'm just trying to remember who won in Casino. I'm afraid you can't nod out the correct name, but you'll tell me later who was the European champion at 1/10 track. But several of them are here, which is always nice to know. And we've got Ireland as well. So hello to Keltron's CH. Hello from Ireland. And hello to you, sir. So you are, so there's many numbers of people watching from Ireland as our competitors. In fact, there's probably more. Basically, if there's more than one Irish person watching, you've outnumbered your team. Oh, this is a very triumphant one, isn't it? I kind of think this was used for some sort of backing track to a record. I think you're right, Portugal, for the last one. So we're now at NOPQR Russia. Is it Russia? I think this is Russia, I think. I think this is Russia. This is a good one, this one. I'm not jingoistic enough to admit, I think personally, well, our national anthem is one of the most dirgy of the lot. Not country got much better national anthem. I think that was Russia. So I should be listening to the man behind me tell me who it is. So I do promise you some race action in about 40 minutes, team. We've got Slovakia coming next. That must have been Russia indeed. So in about 40 minutes, there'll be some track action. They're going to have one very quick round of practice. They'll all get 2 minutes or so actually of running on the track. Oh, blimey. Something just happened that's never happened before. I just picked my phone up and it's been set in the sun. It's got too hot and it's over temperature and it can't work anymore. How exciting. Okay, so, now look, here we go. Victor Roberts says buggies are too slow for the IC guys. Well, I'm not sure about that, Victor. Lee Martin and Jorn Neumann might disagree with you. I'm not taking everything I've got which was in the sun out, before it overheats. And Roadhog 29389 is pretty sure I outnumber the Australians. Yes, I think in fairness, as you point out, given the fact it's a European Championship, there's every chance you'll outnumber the number of Australians who are here competing. Now, I'm sure there may be Australians knocking about, and didn't Renaud Savoy live in Australia for a bit? So, you know, what time is it over there? It must be quite late at night, if not early in the morning for you boys in Australia. As we, so just there will be track action in about, I'm saying 40 minutes. It might be a little bit less. I'm not sure. It's supposed to be started at 6 o'clock local, which is 5 o'clock UK, of course. And a slight break whilst we wait for the next national anthem to run through. So there's Matt showing you the driver's rostrum, and there's a vista of the track. There's some people running around. Some youthful exuberance from our younger European Championship taking parters. The word's competitor, isn't it, really? It's not a taking part. There's actually a word. Our younger competitors. And behind me I can see Oisin O'Brien, who's not overheated his phone. And he's off to go and talk to someone. Oh, look, a youthful game of tag. Oh, a big cheer there, where that is. Is that Slovakia? Is it someone else again? I'm talking to Paul. Obviously, you can't see me talking to Paul because he's not on camera, but he's looking at me going, oh, I don't know what we're doing. Okay, there's more lining up here. This is the, which team's that's lining up? Is it the Brits again? No, it's Italians. The Italians lining up for their team photo. Oh, that's unauthorised practice, surely. Sweden next. That's Sverige. The country that gave us Volvo, ABBA, IKEA, Saab. Really, really good welfare state. What else is we given? High suicide rates. What else are they giving us? That woman in the killing with the jumper. The girl with the dragon tattoo in those series of films. So Sweden, major contributors to our life, and they won the Eurovision Song Contest before last. And Barchek now, it really is a Russian team. It is. They do take part in international off-road champs. There's lots of them, Barchek, the Russians. So there's a. So at least now we've got 2 Russians. So that's good. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're slowly people are joining us. I'm quite impressed that people are enjoying this opening ceremony. Apparently on another channel there's paint drying, but I'm not sure. Oh, we've got graphics. Wow. Live graphics saying Spain. So this is Spanish national anthem. Fantastic stuff there. There is going to be a bit of practice, about an hour and a quarter of practice, where you'll see all the cars come through in about 35 minutes' time. And having taken part in a few European Championships myself, I do remember that the opening ceremony actually were normally people we wasn't a highlight, but I always really enjoyed them. And my son James got to carry the GB flag a couple of times. It was great. You know, we got to wear a shirt that you wore and then put in a cupboard and then went to recycling about 3 years later. But it is very nice. I think what the nice thing about it is, it does show you just how European these European Championships are. We got from all four corners. Does Europe have corners? I suppose Portugal's one of the corners, isn't it? Portugal, Iceland. I suppose Russia. Russia's that side. And where would the southeast be? I think the first we go is probably Croatia, but I suppose there might be some people from. Yeah, I think we don't quite get out to find Moldova and that sort of thing. But yeah, actually, I'm not sure Turkey. I think Turkey would be further, but I don't know whether Turkey actually is part of EFRA. I should know that, shouldn't I? Really, but I will ask the question of Dallas later whether Turkey's part of EFRA. There's a lot of racing in Turkey, so there might be going on. So there's the team from. What team's that, Matt? Sweden. Oh, we've got a graphic. Can I just say that those graphics remind me of the 1970 World Cup? I really need to start speaking like David Coleman down at a phone line. And it's Sweden. That's a Swedish team there. Now that man needs to wear a hat because it's very sunny and hot out there. Why is JQ in the Swedish team? He's photobombing all the teams. Perhaps all the Scandinavians are sticking together. Once again, like the Eurovision Song Contest, there's 2 Eurovision Song Contests. That's the only other time, isn't it? EFRA Euros and the Eurovision Song Contest are the only time that Europe gets together like this in the spirit of friendly competition and outrageous outfits. And in fairness, I think at the moment, some of those shirts are better than the stuff you see at the Euros, the Eurovision. Ah.
And we have 2 drivers from Reims, Romain and Jérôme. Et donc l'équipe française qui compte parmi elles bien sûr les pilotes très confirmés.
But it's not.
2 pilotes et moi avec Romain et Jérôme.
And we're touching around. It's actually quite hot to be standing out there for half an hour. Now, as anyone who's worked out, as we've already had Sweden and Switzerland, we can't be that far from the end now. And the last people will be the French for the Marseillaise, as they are the hosts. And they'll have a lot more drivers there. That Swiss team's pretty big, isn't it? There's a few old Swissers there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. 9 people from Switzerland. Hey, Ono's there. So Ono Abes, hi, how are you doing? Ono, who is, thank you very much. Ono, of course, is the man behind Elcon Models. And Ono will be backing and sponsoring our broadcast of the large-scale off-road in Alcalas in Spain, which we can't wait to see. It's going to be great. Loud and clear, he says. Magic Cam Man Matt. There we are, you see. You've got a fan in Ono. And Southeast be Greece. Very, very good point. Thank you indeed, Konstantinos Dimitriadis. You are absolutely right. We have all 4 corners. I'm sure you got something from Iceland. That's brilliant. Greece, of course. Sorry about that. I forgot that is not only is that the most southeasterly, it's probably the best place to go for a holiday as well. Though I can't go about the weather here. The weather here is fabulous. But I'm sure on a Greek island with the azure blue sea and those lovely white and blue buildings, a bit of ouzo, the odd beer. Just trying to get Paul to lose concentration by talking about holiday. So, yeah, so we have people from Greece, we have people from Portugal, we have people from Iceland and from Russia. So all our official 4 corners of Europe have been better. Anyway, another corner, and that was the French national anthem. Very well, rousingly sung along to. That is your last member of the... last member of what? European community, thank you very much. I need some prompts here. I think I'm majorly just dehydrated, actually, but... But suffice to say, it is... now, I just realised I could do something here, which is make this whole thing come alive. Let's get off my legs and go for a wander. I've got a radio mic. I forgot I had a radio mic. Let's turn this whole thing interactive. Excuse me. Thank you very much. Oh, there we are. Hello, Matt. Hello, everybody. Welcome to RC Racing TV's live coverage with a live person. Thank you to Proline, thank you to Team Durango, and obviously thank you to Audi. Now, I'm not sure what the protocol is. We're going to go and talk to people, as it's going to make our live broadcast. I'm not actually sure that they come out what the next part of the thing is. So I thought I'd start by having over with JQ. JQ, you are live on television. Please do not swear. No, we are live, actually, yes. No. So I have two questions. The first question I have is, why were you photobombing the back of the Swedish photograph?
Well, you know, the Swedish guys beat us in hockey, and I want to be on the winning team.
And is that the same reason for for your haircut? The idea is that the checker flag, a bit at the camera, the checker flag hair is. And we've got a very brief practice coming up in a few minutes. Are you going to take part in that? Is it kind of a run out and?
Yes, there's a couple of more things I wanted to try, so I'm just going to try them now and make sure that my car is good for qualifying.
Thank you very much. And you can hear the happy French team. There's a circle of French one and a man dancing. Well, it takes all sorts. This is obviously how they amuse themselves of an evening here in Reims. I can see several chassis being broken here. Whoa. So Renault Savoia there. He's back in again. I'm not sure this is some large homoerotic event or they're just over exuberant. I'm not sure really. No, that's definitely a homoerotic event. That shouldn't be allowed on camera. I don't think we've actually got a rating to allow that to be broadcast, but there we go. Lovely. There we are. France, the land of brotherly love. Liberty, fraternity, oddness. That's all I can say there. Interesting. Right, okay, so we can find someone else to talk to. Possibly someone who's actually not kind of covered by... Oh, everyone's drifting back again. But be quick. I should talk to this man here, Mr. Coops. Kai, you are live, so I know how you Dutch like the old fruity language. We last saw you a couple of years ago when you were winning in large scale. You're now running the buggies. What prompted the change?
Well, it's very different. Very different. It's the other class was two-wheel drive, of course, and there's four-wheel, and I say it's more difficult.
And what are your hopes for this event? I mean, you think you make the A main, or are you just hoping for a semi or quarter?
I don't have hopes. Just have pleasure and drink some with my father at the end.
So now there's a four-wheel drive event in the large scale. Will we see you in Spain, or have you left that behind forever?
I left it behind.
Oh, you should come back. Nice guy. So as we now look for more victims, let's see. Actually, what I might do is just walk around the vista of the track. Hello. I'm quite liking this. A bit of sun, you see, look. Now, what you have to notice about this is the track itself actually isn't as three-dimensional as we've been used to. There are there's a sort of a triply jump up here over this area. So just see, actually I should do this properly. I'm going to do this properly, well, plan it properly, because the first thing you need to know is that start-finish is here. So that's where the timing line is. So what you have to do is you accelerate and you go past the Swiss team. Now, they might not be there in practice or qualifying, but they're there at the moment. And then you come down onto the pit straight. And that's where you go quite fast. Normally won't be quite so many people here as you see now. Straight down the pit straight. And then you come around. All of this is completely flat. Well, it's a bit bobbly, but it's basically flat. So again, it's a full output on this odd chalk surface. I was going to run around the corner. It's too far to go. Again, a completely flat area there, sharp corner. The cars are quite slow around the corners with the grip. And what you'll notice is that most people are running almost a semi-slick environment. They're running mini pins on the tyres. Already rutting up a bit around here. You've got some ruts here as they come in round there, and another sharp corner here. Not sure if you can see it on the camera, but you've got a little mini jump here, which hops over the mini jump here. So the racing line is actually not flat as such, but you can take a longer line. You come round through here and wide through there. Banked corner, simple double, and a couple of bobbles there. Another left, so another right, left over the triple. Again, nothing. It's not a big aerial circuit. This is not a big jumpy circuit at all. This is very much a circuit which is flat, and it's the surface that's the key point. Now, actually, usually over here, they have tried to make it slightly more rutty. I think I might have gone out of mic range. And this actually, I'm not sure you can say, this is actually a kind of a rumble strip of I'd say old telegraph poles that have been laid down here. So this is very rough. So when you see people not going very fast over a section, because everything's white, it all looks the same. It's very difficult to tell where the bumps are and bumps are, because on this chalk surface, it all looks the same. It's not worn too bad, a few areas of wear, but this is basically for an international European track. Again, it's flat all the way around there, small, but a very, very two-dimensional circuit. So the big flyers, this is the sort of circuit the Americans wouldn't be particularly keen on seeing, but it is this unique surface that gives it all its magic. Now, talking about magic, let me just start some magic here. Sorry, Dallas, we are live on EFRA.ws and artracing.tv. We're up and running. And first of all, thank you for inviting us back for another year of live streaming. It's great to see it. What are you hoping for this year's European season?
Say again?
What are you hoping for, yeah?
Well, a lot of people actually were looking at the live RC and streaming and everything like that, which is expected, of course.
Well, of course. But more generally about the racing. Last year there was rumblings, controversy, not the big controversial was additive. Do you think that EFRA and in many ways IFMA have now got their handle on that?
Well, at least we have it in EFRA. We don't know about the IFMA yet because we're going to see it in Japan regarding the tire issue with the new rule coming up. So let's see. But in EFRA, I think we have reached an understandable level in a way, yeah.
Big news came out today that the next year's World Championship for IFMA for electric 112 cars run on tarmac, which has been a constant source of controversy. The Europeans don't run on tarmac, the Americans do. Now, up until last year, because I remember we actually spoke to you in Bangkok when we had last time it ran on tarmac and there were problems and there were super tyres, and you said to me, no, this is the last time it runs on tarmac, or if it runs again, it'll run on controlled tyres. Now, I was told that that statement about controlled tyres was taken out of the rules and it'd be free tyres. Do you know where that's going to be for next year?
Well, if it would be on tarmac, it would be controlled tyres because that's a line that has actually been deleted by mistake, so that's still in. But to be honest, right now I'm working with Roar now, and it seems we have a small opening for carpet track at the moment. But you said it's only Roar, but it's also in Femca to run on asphalt. So, but I'm working on it actually, and just a couple of weeks ago I got a mail from USA saying, okay, we tried to get the organizer to find a carpet track. So, but right now it's only a rumor. It's not fixed yet in any way.
Either way or the other. So are you here today just as in your referee capacity, and obviously to have a drink with us at the end of the day? We already put that one in. And actually, the question I should have asked first, and I really apologise to everyone who's watching. The first one I have to ask you, Dallas, is how are you feeling? Because obviously you had a bit of a scare end of last year after time, and all of us were very worried for you. But you appear to have, well, you're the same. Yep. Another year older, you look no different.
Nope. Yeah, I'm okay now. No problem.
That's a bit let you go off track. I think we might have some action a bit, but it's really great to see you. Thank you very much. So now, that's a bit of exclusive news because we were all under the impression that the rule saying about controlled tyres on tarmac have been deleted, but deleted by accident. That means for those of you who are already up in arms about what's happening in the 2014 112 Championships, and yes, I know we're an off-road track, but we cover all events. That's up in the air. So. It's always nice getting exclusive, and Dallas saying that there's many more things that have yet to be decided. So I'm going to go move back to my sitting position. Now the good thing is, these sort of wander about with me and my microphone. We hope to have by tomorrow our very own, and Matt's looking worried I'm promising this, RF camera. So we'll be able to wander around the pits with our RF sender and talk to people in their natural habitat. Luckily there's no smell-o-vision, because that would be good. Right, so now I think we have about, well, probably might have a 20-minute gap actually, unless you're going to try and start early. A 20-minute gap before the cars go out, which is interesting. So they might try and go a bit faster. This is why. The reason they're running is because this is the reseed. So the heats have been reseeded in the order of which they are going to go out. The practice, we saw just two nominally top drivers in each heat. So the 15 heats, the top 30, we think even the top 60 may have been put into those heats. Just car 1, car 2, car 3, car 4 went in those heats. And what's happening now is that they have reseeded them. So we don't know who's going to come up. So the only time we know who's in the races is when the timing screen powers up. That'll be exciting, won't it? And I'll get you to write 10 graphics in 2 seconds. There's myth. All right. They'd look quite so shocked. So, yes, there's a couple of comments on the French and their interesting dancing. I'm not sure whether Matt got what appeared to be some sort of very unedifying performances on camera or not, but it was interesting. So, there's a lot of dust around. The chalk dust gets everywhere. And for those of you who are worried, you'll be pleased to know my phone's recovered after getting too hot. So, have you done a selection of graphics saying heat 1, heat 2, heat 3, heat 4, heat 5, heat 6, heat 7, 8? No? You haven't, no, they haven't been done yet. There's a few things to do overnight. I got a graphic saying Nick. Didn't put it up. Oh, great. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Just looking for a little bit of recognition. So, we do probably have a bit of a gap now. And then we'll have 15 very, very short heats. I think they're doing an hour and a quarter. It's a total of 5 minutes, and that includes it on and off. And I think that's simply so people will get a chance to race in the same heat with the people they're going to be racing with. They can work out where they're going to stand on the rostrum. They can work out whether there's any frequency clashes. Of course, frequency clashes are so rare these days since the advent of spectrum radios. Oh. Paul's left me, which is always slightly worrying. Still very, very hot here. See what I'll do, I'll use my phone to give you a weather forecast. That's always a good thing to do when you're kind of filling time. Let me see. Yeah, actually the voice you hear behind me, it's Carlos. Carlos from EFRA. Carlos Gomez, the head of the 1/8 off-road section. Carlos, sit down for a second. And we normally talk to you many, many times, but he's eased himself into the seat which Paul normally occupies. Paul's gone, what the bleed is Carlos doing there? So Carlos, we've got a few minutes gap, and then we're going to get all the guys going out for a very short run, but in their reseeded heats.
Yeah, that's the reason is a sort out problems round, so we know everyone is with the correct numbers, with the correct transponder, everything ready. They know their position on the rostrum, they know their marshalling position, so everything will be easy and ready for tomorrow morning without any doubt.
Yes, and it's one of the great things about this event, I see right now, is the organisation is very good, but also we're going to get good weather for the whole weekend, which is quite key on this chalk surface, isn't it?
Jesus Christ, we are thankful God and whoever is in the middle working on that, because this forecast of a complete week on the sunny environmental circumstances is something we never dream of. We were always saying, Reims, you will get some rain, and luckily it seems we're gonna be the luckiest guys all over RC racing in the whole season.
Well, no, surely, we've got 2 events in your home country. You're going to lay on the good weather for us in Valladolid and Alcaraz, aren't you?
Well, I hope so, but the problem is, Jesus Christ, to ensure a complete month without any rain at all is risky business. So Valladolid is closer to the Atlantic Sea than Lerida, than Alcaraz. On the other side, Alcaraz has the Pyrenees nearby, so who knows?
Well, just to give you, I have now got the weather forecast for the local weather forecast here, and it's saying that today was 26 and sunny. It's right. Tomorrow 23 and sunny, so it's not quite as warm for us tomorrow. And then 24 on Friday, but Saturday, which is finals day, it's back up on 26. And Sunday, the day when a large number of this paddock gets up and goes to Valladolid. Some of them directly, some of them via 2 flights, some of them just via borrowing a car. Because of course we do start that off-road European Championship, electric off-road, Championship on Monday. So it's a busy few days, and you're doing both events, aren't you, Carlos?
I will go by car. I will hit the road probably Sunday morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. I will arrive Valladolid by 7 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a 12 hours drive on a safe side with 15 minutes stop each 2 hours, and it is rather comfortable.
You actually do stop 15 minutes. My car keeps reminding me to stop and keeps saying, take a rest. I'm going, no, I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine. And my car keeps nagging me. But you actually do take the stops, do you?
Yeah, each 2 hours. I stop for 15 minutes. I have a coffee, give a short walk, and then retake the road and keep on driving. The good thing is to avoid the traffic jam at Paris and the traffic jam at Bordeaux. Those are the two risky points all over the route.
Hopefully on Sunday. Matt, you give us a shot. Is there anything happening in the pit lane yet? Can you give us a shot of that? Let's see what's going on. Lifesaver Paul's put me some water. So we are here. You're live with rcracing.tv. We're waiting for the start of the final round of control practice. I think Carlos has got some work to do, so I'll say goodbye to you now, Carlos. But I'll see you again tomorrow for some chats during qualifying.
Yeah, for sure. We will be here with RC Racing and EFRA Media, bringing you the fun.
As you can see, unfortunately the pit lane is empty. Still a few minutes away. So once again, I'd like to thank our sponsors. It's Proline, Team Durango, and Audi UK for supporting us in this endeavour. As I try to open a bottle of water with just my teeth. So we're starting the shakedown. That's a really good name for it, a shakedown. I like that. Yeah, little shakedown test. Most people who follow F1 would know that shakedowns often take place at Snetterton. It's not good for much else. So we've got a shakedown test. Excellent news. I've missed out this. Bart's actually interviewed the two girls with a fluffy dog. Now, I don't know where they are. Are the two girls with the fluffy dog still there, Matt, or the two girls with the fluffy dog gone? They're there. Can you get them back in focus again? Two girls and fluffy dog, please. Let's see where they are. So I can now see them. Now the question is, they've got a boy with them now. That can make it difficult. Okay. Well, what we will do is at some point during the show, but not quite now because the car's about to go out, we will have a word with the two girls. In fairness, I'm actually more interested in checking the fluffy dog, because anyone who's seen RC Racing in the past will know I enjoy a good interview with a dog at a European event. And Ono raised a good question. Will there be a live timing to follow? I checked my RCM and didn't see the Euros listed there. There is live timing, everybody, but it is only available on the website of the Reims club, the Reims EMC club. So if you go to the following address, which is www.reims, REIMS-EMC.com, you will get a link to the live timing. And live timing is done by their own, not sure if it's a bespoke software or a specialist French company, but they're not using my RCM. So it seems like a perfectly fine system, but it is only available being hosted on the club's site. The other thing just to bear in mind is that when you get that timing will be absolutely 2 seconds or 5 seconds out of date. With our live stream, the way it works, the way it goes obviously uplinked and reprocessed through YouTube, that is normally something like what you're hearing me say now, I actually said in reality about 45 seconds ago. So the timing doesn't always tie up exactly. Not a massive problem in qualifying, perhaps more of a spoiler during the race. So when we actually come to the races, I will give a lot of positions in the commentary, so you perhaps don't need the live timing. But in the qualifying, it doesn't really matter. You can just see who's doing, because we'll be showing drivers in action. But yes, there is live timing, but you have to go to the website of the club themselves. So what we will do is we'll tell EFRA about that. We'll also we'll also make sure that the timing link is on our pages moving forward on rcracing.tv. And if you've not seen our new website, you must go and you must bookmark www.rcracing.tv. That has access to all our video archives, but now a news feed, and we think a news feed with a difference, a news feed with news feed with personality, we like to think. And the news feed covers everything. It covers helicopters, it covers racing cars, it covers fun cars, it covers planes, it covers boats. But uniquely, and thanks to James Parry, who's our fantastic web guy, you can actually filter out things you don't want to see. So if you aren't interested in quadcopters, then you just press a button and you never see a quadcopter story ever again. if you don't like me, you can filter out all my stories. I can't believe Paul just said that. Don't like me. I have a fan club of more than... No, actually, I have a fan club of one, I think, possibly. She has to be my fan club because I'm marrying her later. So, engine noise. We have engines. And this will be heat 8. And I have absolutely no idea who's in this heat. And I won't know, I think, probably until they've done a lap. As I am now looking at the timing screen of Reims-EMC.com. So the car's being warmed up. It is just a short shakedown. I think it's 5 minutes for each heat, so it'll be out 2 minutes of running and back. Be enough time to have a look at a couple of the cars, get an idea of the layout of the track. You'll be able to see how it's very, very different from many other circuits. It's very, much more two-dimensional, and this chalk surface is interesting. Quite a challenge, I'd say, in a number of ways. And the live stream refresh, but didn't refresh any names for heat 8. So I think there are 15 heats. I'm pretty sure there's 15 heats of 12 cars in each. Would that be 180? It would, wouldn't it? So we'll have 15 heats. Normally, the top guys are in heats 1 to 6, but that can change around week by week. So they're looking for the heat. The marshals have been called, all running around. Let me get ready for some action. Oh, it's a red flag. The pit lane is closed. Not sure if I actually closed. There's a kind of the sun now is coming in right behind us, which is causing a little bit of a problem with our ability to view things. We can't close that because we've got one of our cables looped round it. Right. Note to self, when installing wiring, don't make it impossible for the curtains to be shut. So that's something else we'll have to sort out later, so we'll have a slight issue with visibility for a while. Oh, it's very exciting. See the man there sitting down in his seat, I suppose. Okay. So it should start in 4 minutes officially, so I assume it can start quite soon. Car! Oh, number 5. I don't know who that is, by the way, because I'm not sure it's pinged up yet on the timing. Hang on. No. So someone in car number 5. Oh, is that JQ in this hit and Martin Bayer? So they started with heat 8. I can see you've got Chris Doughty in there. Is that Jerome Igon, I believe, at the end? So you've got Jerome Igon, you've got Martin Bayer, you've got JQ. This obviously heat 8 is one of the faster heats, I would guess. They've all been reseeded from the controlled practice. We are guessing heat 8. They put heat 8 in. I'd lose the shadow, by the way. I'm not saying to get rid of Hank Marvin, by the way. Lose the shadow. Oh, I'm here. Actually, I'm here all week. So as we wait for the time to tell us who this is, we've recognised some names. There's some of their trusty team members. You hear the fine sound of revving nitro engines. So it's the first chance this year for us to be at the broadcast actual track action here at www.rcracing.tv and of course FWS for the EFRA European Championship live streams 2013. Please join our Facebook group RC Racing, and also of course you can RC Racing TV is the Facebook group, and of course you can tweet us or Twitter at us or tweet us or just follow us on RC Racing. It's most things have RC Racing in them. We've managed to keep that despite Tim's best efforts to lose it. So I'd say hello to all the members of the team who aren't here, because I'm joined by Matt McCallum and Paul Bateman. Of course, we have erstwhile James Parry, who'll be joining us for our next journey. We have Frank McKinney, who you saw a couple of times last year. Nathan Blair back with us later in the season. And big exclusive, we do have the voice of sports cars, John Hindhoff. John will be doing his first ever live event. He's, of course, the voice behind RC Racing TV, the TV show. He'll be doing all the live commentary for the final European Championship event of the season, the 1/10th track event from Graz, Austria. And the cars are go. And Heat something, 'cause it's not updated to me who they are yet, are off. And now they go around the circuit. This may or may not be Heat 8. And so we've already had another shot there, you see. Oh, cutting as we go. First tumble there. Because now I'm not sure whether we actually might get an update of the live timing when they actually cross the timing line, which is I'll tell you, we've got the leading car now, and the timing line is there. Not there. You missed that. Okay. Unfortunately, it's not actually saying on the internet timing what's going on. So I don't know who all the drivers are. He's a little bit irritated, to put it mildly. Because I struggle with this. Okay, the cars are going round. That's good. And unfortunately, one of our cameras has been drunk and fallen over. Is it that windy? Okay, so this is going to be quite difficult. We actually don't know who's in each heat. I'm not sure I'm going to solve that problem either, actually. I'll try and solve it. That was a very short period of time, wasn't it? So that was Heat 8 with a very short period of time. Not quite sure now. What can I do to get this run? This is because, I see now. This is because they actually aren't doing any timing on this. So they're not actually running the timing at all for this very short thing. They're manually counting them through. The reseed's obviously not been programmed in the computer. So the only thing we can do is try and guess. So we've got an hour and a quarter here of not knowing who's driving. So now change over. If this was easy, somebody else would be doing it. That's what I think. You see, now we know. And as Roadhog says, just make up names. It may well happen that way. I may just make up names and challenge you to get me wrong. What we'll try and do, perhaps we might recognise some of the colours. That might work quite well. We could look at the people in the rostrum, and if we recognise any of them. Now this is either Heat 7 or Heat 9. I don't know which one it is. Either they're counting up or they're counting down. It's all very confusing. The car's about to be put down. Right. I might go a bit of a walk. Try and see if I can find the answer to the questions. Okay. Right. Let's see if we can find out who's in these races. Surely it can't be that hard. Don't call me Shirley. Now the question is, I wander off here, how far will the radio mic go? It's always an issue. Ooh. Right, no, I don't really know what's going on here. Hopefully you can hear me. Very noisy. This engine. Around 2 minutes. Whew. Can hardly breathe. Well, Team Mullini's in the next one, I think. The one after that. No, you might not be able to hear this. I'm miles away. I'm going to look at some boards, see if I can find some... That's very noisy. No. They haven't actually written down who's in what. People just seem to know automatically. So something must have gone out to someone somewhere to tell them what's going on. Hasn't gone out to me. I'm trying to find a general resort. That doesn't seem to be there, really. Okay. It's a mystery. It's a mystery who's doing what to whom. There've been mysteries before, that's another mystery. What can you do when it's a mystery? I'm back at the pits now. How come the drivers know which one they're in, we don't? I suppose it must be some sort of international cleverness. I'm very confused by the whole situation. Okay. So in a minute now, this next heat, Heat X, will go out. Oh no, this car is finished. So a very short run for Heat X. And Heat Y. Could you hear me all the way there? Oh, marvellous. So as we tested the performance of the... So anyway, let's. What we're going to do now is we're just going to follow some cars around. Doesn't matter what car it is. We'll follow a car around for a lap or two. So spin round the next one. Right, Matt. When they go up the rostrum, let's see if we can recognise someone on the rostrum. So the drivers go up next. We're going to have a look on the rostrum, see if we can recognise someone. Oh, replay. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's very good. Bouncy, bouncy replay. Is that replay the mini camera? Yes, you can see we have kind of just made these things as we go along here. We have that's a replay. You can see it's very good. I like that. Full of action. It's a man walking. Right, can we look at the rostrum, Matt? And let's see if we can recognise someone on the rostrum. Where are you going? You mean drinking? Okay, right. Who can we recognise? Can you recognise anybody? Is that Yawn? No. There's a small boy wearing a mask. Didn't he do one of the B Euros? Go around a bit more. Oh. Do you know what the car looks like? Oh, is Robert there, is he? Mr. Bataille is there. Oh, yes, there he is. This is quite known as being a world champion. Right, we need to find his car, which is normally yellow and red, isn't it? So the red. Can we find the world champion's car? This is the battle for Robert Battle's car. Hey! Oh, is that it? No. Is that it? Could be. Unfortunately, we don't know the car number, so that could be the battle car. Oh. When they get a bit close to me. Right, okay. Oh, this car number 2 has skipped a bit of a lap. That is a Mugen. I think it's car 2. That's what I think it is. I think it's car 2 personally. With Elliot Boots now, okay. So we've got Elliot's car now running around. And he goes now round the... Oh, caught the inside of the first back corner before the double. There we go. And he's now on the infield section, swinging round. Going back towards himself. And now we're Robert again, are we? So that's the battles going round. And he's now going to come around the bank corner there. Just went over the log section. Clipped it slightly. Oh, that wasn't right. Didn't want to do that. Oh, he's completely out. That can't be Robert. Got that out of control. So you don't want to be doing that, Robert, if you are car number 2. And it is a Mugen. It is Pro Circuit. So I think that was not the finest hour of our current world champion. Won the championship in Argentina a few weeks ago. Well, a few months ago. I like this bloke who's calling the numbers, trying to sound like a computer. I will go 3, 8, and he goes 12, and loses it. As they all come in. You need to give it a wider stance or dig it in slightly. One of our cameras is doing a very good impression of a very inebriated person. It's fallen over the third. All right, now it's our job to try and find someone again here. Let's see if we can find someone. Matt's job. It's doing a marvellous job there, Matt. Oh, it's Timu. Timu, yeah. Timu, I think he's car number 8. I'm just guessing. I thought I saw his card rated earlier. Timu Lina. Timu, who TQ'd at the 1/10th track IC World Championships in Bangkok, which we covered here on rcracing.tv a few months ago. And it's available on our archive at www.rcracing.tv. So we are assured we'll have live timing and heat lists and everything for tomorrow. So it won't be quite as confused as just looking for someone we vaguely recognise and trying to find their car. And there's, is that Renault? That's Simo. That's Renault Savoia. Is that Renault, yeah? Yeah. I mean, looking through a very small window aperture on the screen. Oh, look, the drunk camera's back. Off they go. Let's see if we can find Timu as he goes round. I think it's car 8. So lead them away. Well, these drivers are really covering themselves in glory in this very short practice session. There's a vast amount of activities and accidents. Oof. That's Neil Cragg in the lead, I think, in car 3. Oh, there's 8, yeah. So car 8 that's going around the top corner. It's definitely Timu Lino at the end of the straight. But you're following someone else entirely. Goes through the sharp left. Slow it down, brake and turn. Back to go over the log section. A big wide sweeper at the bottom end of the track. Up over the banked curve. Then past our camera. Good crash past our camera there. And carries on going. And then start finish is there. That's the start finish. That's car 2. Went round. He's just on the top drive. They're all making a bit of a meal of this. It is late at night and everyone's quite hot, so that could be the reason. So I think we're now with Neil Cragg. So Neil's gone off well, and that's Neil Cragg's very well-known colour scheme, former 1/10 electric two-wheel drive world champion, of course. And he's about to enter the boulder section before he goes up that top corner, around the top corner. In the lap, he'll go over the triple, over the double, sorry. Coming on, and then the small triples next he does here. Hops over the small triple. Oh, just about gets it. Slide to the infield, over the logs. Quick left-hander, around the wide right-hander. Around the Reims turn, up, round he goes. And he'll be completing another lap if this was a race. Short hop, and that there is start-finish. It was Neil Cragg for a couple of laps. Last two drivers are clearing up, 2 and 7. So there goes Neil. I see it's Neil because he's got a Team Associated shirt on. It's not Neil. Okay, it's someone else's Team Associated shirt on. I apologize all viewers who threw up after that very hasty nose shake on the head there. Oh, we've got Lee Martin and Darren Bloomfield in this heat, so we've got a bit of a British contingent there. Lee Martin, the current two-wheel drive electric European champion, and of course Darren Bloomfield, the reigning champion of this event. So whichever heat this is, it could be 10 or something. You got Darren, and is that Hoopo? Yeah, it's Hoopo Honegal from Team Durango. One of our sponsors of the drivers here. I'm sure you're Neumann someone, maybe an outroad, we may have missed him, maybe yet to come. So you got Lee, Hoopo, many other drivers in there as well. And Darren, it's Miguel Matthias as well down the end there. So let's see if we can find Darren's quite well marked light blue car. That should be really easy to find. I think that's actually is him now, going over the outfield double, then over the triple. Oh, no, not quite. Curving round, he's potentially about to go for the logs now. There he goes, left-hander. Now the wide right, round by there. Up over the bank turn, towards our little low camera. Over the short hop, lands it, and then over start finish. Now it's the left-hander for full-on squirt down the straight. In the power down the chalk very hard. Then you've got the sweeper end of the straight. Coming to the boulder section now. Takes boulder 1, hot boulder 2. Up the top turn. Over the double. Smaller double. And up the triple. In through the S's, the infield S there. And the logs. And it's the Reims EMC turn. Or the club turn, shall we? Back corner, mini camera straight. That's a good name for that one, isn't it? Just name this track as I go, by the way. And it's the hop to the finish, start finish. Turn straight. And that's a lap of the Reims circuit, which Matt's now gone wide on. So we've got a very high vantage point here. Very sunny vantage point. Someone's taking my picture, which is very worrying. With a smile. So someone has for prosperity just shattered their camera. Very few have landed these very well, actually. Very good. Oh, another replay. This is where he lands in the bucket, because that made me laugh. No, we haven't got the one where he lands in the bucket, unfortunately. We will try and make sure we ISO the important bits, which is really people cocking up to amuse us. Only today. Tomorrow it's all serious. Tomorrow's qualifying. This evening is just a bit of a shakedown test and a chance for us to work out. Well, it's a chance for me to name all the corners. I'm doing it as I go. By the way, if you've got about 10 minutes. The one with the associated was Yannick Igon. Thank you very much. Can you please show the car of Brian Baldo? We will do tomorrow. And I think this might possibly be a sarcastic comment, the most informed coverage ever. One of the problems of having informed coverage is you need some information. We have no information at all from anybody. We have no information about the resort. We have no information about what car numbers anyone is. All we can do is look and see who's there and then try and talk about it. If anybody wants to name a piece of the track on the YouTube chat, you have about 10 minutes to say, I want this corner named this. And if it's legal, honest, decent, and not advertising somebody else, I'll try and do it. So, there you go. You can name a corner on a track for an entirety of a live broadcast. So once again, carnage at the start. That car appears to take a shortcut. Oh, and then had a crash. And that was the number 12 car, Associated Machine. Out in the main straight. The way top corner. Sit right in the boulder section. Everyone's taking that right-hand one. You land the left-hand, clear it. Up at the top sweeper. And it's the double, the mini double. Swing right and over the triple, which is tricky. Look, it's going to break hard for the infield S's. And it's our log section. Oh, left hand. It's the bottom bend. Up over the sweeper. Down mini camera straight, as is proven there by a switch to mini cameras by young Paul to my right. And pick up again with Matt here as they go over start finish. Now, and that was the Reims track in all its chalky glory with car number 12 off heat. I do keep checking to see if they have turned the timing on, and the answer is no, they haven't. So your chance to have a part of the track named after you runs out in about Yannick Igon, South France 13. Okay, thanks, Sean. Does that mean you want the time turn 13 called the Yannick Igon? Oh, there's a turn 13. I don't know how many turns are there. In the American way, you call it turns, don't you? So you got Arthur, you got turn 1, turn 2. Maybe turn 3, turn 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's probably 19 turns on this corner, on this course, but you could count them differently. There might be more. Because obviously sometimes the small kinks are counted as turns on race circuits. There's a man waving in shadow there for Matt to pick out, down by the start-finish area. Oh, he's trying to talk to me, I think. You know, I've got a problem. Hello. I've never seen anything so vain in my life. He was focusing on his own shadow. Honestly. He just wants, he's so vain, he wants the outline of himself on television. Where do I get these people from? Ridiculous. So we have a few more of these little run-outs. We should be back with you, I think, about 9:45 tomorrow. I think. Look at the times I have. I think it's about 9:45 local time, 9:45 UK time. But I will have that up on the Facebook page, RC Racing TV's Facebook page, this evening, so you know we'll go on air again. So that's the drivers. And the track's open. We appear to be hemorrhaging view. Come on, there's more fun to be had here. There's more fun tomorrow, in fairness, when there will be proper live qualifying action from 9:45 Central European time and I think 9:45 UK time. Still no one wants to vote for name a corner after themselves or their friends. Let's see if Phil will get hit. Phil from Neo Buggies down the start-finish straight. Sorry, but down by the timing beam. He'll come into view any minute now, Matt. And he's doing trying to do a difficult shot. That's Phil. Will Phil be hit by a car? Basically, if you take enough shots, one of them comes out in focus. Go on, Phil. You can do it. I'd be more impressed on the inside of the track. And he's off here, skulking off to take a picture somewhere else. You'll be able to see those on nearbuggy.net, those pictures. And we're following the leader of this heat, probably by virtue of the fact he got off first. Comes over the mini camera multi. Over the jump before the end and swings it left. Oh, Lee Robinson wants to call the... right, the Pitman Straight is the main straight. What's called the Pitman Straight is quite good. Interestingly, the corner right below you, Matt, can you focus on that corner again? Yeah, it's been suggested by a Roadhog. We call that the Vane Shadow Hairpin. And if I can remember that tomorrow, I think we may well call it the Vane Shadow Hairpin. Only obviously this time of day can you get to see the outline of Matt. The rest of the day is the outline of the thing, but that's the vane shadow. I like that. Thank you, Roadhog. The vane shadow head. Now, anybody who now tunes in for the next 3 days and wasn't here today has no idea what we're talking about. I think it's named after something remarkable. There are some pitmen on the pitman straight, picking up their cars, the pitman styling. Phil's taking off his safety jacket. Whoa, what a rebel. He's walking across the track with any of his high-vis jacket on. What do he do next? Looks like he tagged someone. So as he walked in, someone came out there, like he tagged them in. All right, it's your turn now. You take some shots. Okay, there's no one here at the moment. Any minute now, that rostrum, pit lane, that rostrum will be just covered in personalities. Many of whom we might recognise. Oh, I'm being shouted at. Baruffalo, who won the B Euro, is he in this one, is he? Well, you better follow him then. Don't forget, Matt is a big fan of the B Euros. He goes to them all the time on his own, and you can see all the highlights from the B Euros, which took place a couple of weeks ago, on www.rcracing.tv in our race report section. Hopefully you are already visiting that site on a half-hourly basis, I would hope. 10-minute basis. All the time. So you've got 2 minutes of running here. Can he find Baruffalo's car? He filmed it up before, he should be able to. So he managed to name 2 parts of the track. We've got the Pitman Straight and the Vane Shadow Hairpin. Any other decent suggestions for bits of the track to be named before tomorrow morning? You can become the Wednesday club who know what's going on, and everyone else joins tomorrow and go, what's happening? More action here. This will be Baruffalo. Matt's very good, the right person. So this is your B winner, possibly. So good chance. I thank Proline and Team Durango and Audi for their support of our live stream this event. And this is very much just our trial setup. We've got some more things to add overnight. And we'll be up and rock and rolling tomorrow morning for what I believe will be 8:45. Local time, 8:45 UK time, with the first of 3 rounds of qualifying, which we held tomorrow. Hopefully we'll also have a lunchtime show and lots of other interesting things. Turn the left now. I'm looking at bottom bend. That could do with a title. I do like this mini camera straight. I like. That's our mini camera straight. That's fine. I'm happy with that one. Vane Shadow Hairpin. All right, just rolls the tongue, this does. To the left, right on the Pitman Straight. You're doing a very good job here. Oh, dear. There's a white car that's just... would you have a white car on chalk, is the question. He's just coming over the triple now, the white car. I think Matt's got him in the back of his frame there, as he's now going the left hand before bottom bend. Matt's not moving the camera at the moment. No, it's all over. But there you are. Going over start finish is a white car. And I think a white car in chalk is a very silly idea. But what do I know? I haven't been... Oh, look at that. Nice inside taking there on the Vane Shadow. And... Oh, look at this. That shows us where we are. That is a zoom in of Google Earth. Little program that Paul loaded at some point, playing, showing where we are in Le Bon France, in Reims. Set fair for 4 days of sun and fun at the 1/8 EFRA Buggy European Championships. And there goes the track, over 2 minutes. Matt decided to concentrate on the excitement of the roster at the moment. And we move to so we appear to be running with this car number 9 as he goes down the Pitman straight up towards the top corner. Jink left through the boulders. Oh, misses one. There's a different line there. In the top corner. Over the double. Then the mini double. Quick right hand to the triple. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Was that the man we were following? We just got poleaxed. We're following someone else now. As they go around bottom bend. Down mini camera straight. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I thought you actually got in the tyre. I thought you actually had landed the tyre. I thought you had that holy grail moment of a car landing a tyre in the first couple of minutes of doing it. Vane shadow. And there is the vane shadow as he goes past the vane shadow hairpin. Oh, 2 cars making love there rather than racing. And that car appears to have broken, I'd say. Oh, but here we can see some more action from earlier on. Collection of cars crashing. Over the log section, around the bottom bend. So quite a bit of carnage there. And that's another heat of unidentified drivers going around an unidentified style in an unidentified way. Is that 2? Next heat 2? G. G? Hang on. We started with 8. How can we have G now? It appears we could say that the heats are now being done by letter, which is no less or more confusing than number, but they've just changed it halfway through. So we now have heat G, oddly linked with heat 8. And there's the melee as the cars go off, going in the top corner. Then we're going over the double in a second. And the mini double. And then you turn sharp left onto the triple. before they sweep back through the infield S's. Over the logs. Left hand onto bottom bend. Back up on the sweeper. Bottom bend. Back up on the sweeper. Mini camera straight. This bit needs a name. Hasn't got a name at the moment. Over the jump. Vane shadow hairpin. On the pitman straight. Power on, running through the shadowy part there. Two cars very close together there. As they come left, quite a sharp left into the boulder section. Now around the loop. Oh, that's a unified crashing. Both on their own. These crashes obviously are of no great shakes at the moment. Yeah, we've got mini cameras leading into there, yes. Oh, someone's pressed the wrong button. Finger trouble there. Trying to be too clever. Paul has showed a map of Europe rather than what we were doing. Just following these cars around. Oh, dear. Lack of grip there, certainly. So accelerate away. So these cars now are finishing. Right. So Rodol thinks you did bullseye. Yeah, it could be. I'm not sure about that, but the minicam straight onto the bullseye. Could have that as a bullseye, I'm not sure. It really depends if you actually manage to park your car in the centre of the bullseye. So this will be one of the heats. We now know their number by letter. So it could be, we know it's not G. Do you think heat 8 was heat A? I think I misheard because of the French pronunciation. Did we start with heat A? That would make sense to start with heat A, in fairness. Yes, I'm not sure that the Roadhog's latest comment. Can you name one of the corners as crapshoot after the heat organisation method? Well, in fairness, I think this is because they've stuck this reseeding shakedown was actually added at the last minute. I think it wasn't put into the timing computer. The timing for the practice, which was running when we got here, but before we were up and live, was actually excellent. So there'll be no problem once they actually back on with the computer program again. We'll be able to commentate on that, and we'll know what's going on. Well, as much as we ever do. That's a very close action here. A lot of cars really not. They've got 2 minutes to just try and work out whether this particular tyre and insert they've tried or this particular change of springs or dampers or bars is doing any different. You usually know how fast, whether the fastest rounds we see tomorrow will be in the morning when it's cooler, or whether they'll actually get quicker as it warms up. I'm not really that sure on what the situation regarding traction increase on chalk is concerned. The car goes down in front of us and is now about to go onto the pitman straight. Around the top corner. Left of the boulders. Whoa! That's not how to take the boulders. First boulder into tyre. And there goes around the top bank corner. They'll go through the double. And the mini double. And the low triple, which he gets wrong as well. For the infield S's, over the logs. Tight left, bottom bend. Raise mini camera straight into the bullseye, avoiding the cars that have already crashed. Over the final jump. Vane shadow hairpin. Back up. Oh, it's great. I need about 2 more names though. And I'll have the whole track. I can link the rest with things like this is not the good driving. So Heat L. H I J. There must have been a bit missing with I. There must be no I. Must have gone HJL. I'll get him. Oh, that's nice. Oh, getting a massage from. Is it? Carla's giving me a very, very brutal massage, but actually quite wanted. So JQ's in this heat. Can we see the hair, Matt? Can we see JQ's hair from this distance? A checkerboard of fun, that hair is, of course. Matt not listening to me. Lounging about. Probably wants to take another picture of his shadow, I expect. There you go, the track open. Can we find JQ products? Joseph Quad Green. And there goes one of the cars. Heat M's next. So we see that JQ's the car there in second. I think JQ's car is the one going over the bottom sweep and raised bump now down to the minicam straight. I think that's his car because it's very green. I could be wrong actually. I am wrong. That's not his car. He doesn't drive a TLR. He doesn't make a TLR. I can't see his car. It could be any of those. Might guess car 7. Am I allowed to guess car 7?
Okay, be careful at the left of the track. Okay, good. Right.
Here comes heat 7. So now we are with a bright yellow car that's fallen over. He's been marshalled. He's picked up. He's now fallen over again. And that is car 7, who's fallen over twice. It's a bit aggressive, wasn't it? The problem there, obviously. So that was the end of heat L or M or N. I mean, any of those really. As we, about 2, I think. Matt's wilting up there. There's 2 more to go, Matt. 2 more of these exciting little mini races. Oh, he looks really tired. We bring you all the action here at RC Racing, even if it means killing one of our cameramen.
Move your position at number 10. Look, in front of you. For all time, okay?
So this is heat N. That means there's there's only supposed to be 12 heats, aren't there? 15 heats. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, no J, K,
Okay,
L.
track is open for 2 minutes.
There should be 2 more, possibly.
Be careful at the 2 double jump. Thank you.
So a couple of heats to go. Again, this is the EFRA 1/8 Buggy Euros 2013 live here on www.rcracing.tv. A kind of slightly confused precursor to the main event tomorrow when we have timing, scoring, a better view, less sun. I've worked out a way of keeping all the technical people cool. Hopefully my phone won't overheat again. And we'll still be supported by Proline, Team Durango, and Audi UK. So, some tight racing action there as they go round onto mini camera straight. Around the bullseye. Over the last ditch jump before Vane's shadow hairpin. Left on a pitman straight. And they get to do about 2 laps before they get called in again. And they just check they know where they're standing. And they haven't got any interference. And it seems to be quite a lot of effort for not knowing what's going on. And that's the end of that heat. So we're now down to, I think 2 more. It might be 1 more. Might be 2 more. I think I might have to get Matt in, actually, because I think he's been in the sun too much. Matt, do you want to just lock it off and come down? Because it's no point you getting ill today. So we'll use the 3 cameras. We'll have locked off one of that one, and then we'll have a... the other 2, then you can do your magic, you see. Can you do your magic with Paul, with the cut cameras? I don't really want to lose, one of the key member of staff on the first day of heat stroke would be a disaster. Okay, we're about to lose battery as well. So we're going to do we're going to do the rest of it with 2 mini cameras. Go on, Paul, work your magic. Ah, right, okay. Do you want... Okay, I need to put the microphone down so I'm going to throw a battery up to Matt. Yeah. So you need to go another shot. You can see that the camera's going to get the battery changed. So go on to a shot of the mini cameras, Mr. Paul. Or you can show that bit where you zoom in from space again. Or is that not working now? So, yeah, so remember, those of you stuck with us, thank you very much. This is basically, as you can see, a glorified test session for everybody. We're back tomorrow morning, provisionally, at 9:45 Central European time, 9:45 UK time, with 3 rounds of qualifying for the 2013 1/8 Buggy European Championship in association with EFRA, of course, and Proline, Team Durango and Audi UK. Roadhog makes me go, due to lack of interest, a couple of the corners could probably be named after your sponsors. Do you know what? I think that's a very good idea, but I was trying to actually make them. I think the thing is that not everybody watching the stream actually is watching it on the bit where you can actually contribute to. So I might actually throw open the bits you got left to tomorrow morning. I'll say tomorrow morning. I might try and get some other bits named tomorrow morning. But the bits, but Vane's Shadow is already in for sure, as is Pitman Straight, as is Mini Camera Straight, and because you can be by far the most interactive person, Roadhog, we're going to keep the bullseye in as well. But there's plenty of tracks still to be named for small amounts of money. We go Phil Short Straight, because you nearly got hit earlier by something here. And the mini camera. So I think this is the penultimate one of these 5-minute quick runs. So we're back at 10:15 tomorrow, 9:15 UK time. I will publish all the exact times on the RC Racing TV Facebook page, and also we'll have it on Facebook. We'll have it on Twitter. We'll have it on RC Racing TV and EFRA WS. So it's very hard not to find the live stream, as long as you know it exists. And we'll obviously publicise the arse out of it tomorrow as well. Good news is, Matt, it's a slightly cooler day tomorrow. It's 23. All cars are finished. So that's it for this particular run. There's car 9, naughty car 9 going last back to the pits there.
Okay, for queue number 7, check your it, please.
Check your it, please. I'm going to go with it. So I do believe that we are about one heat away from the end, possibly two. I'm not overly sure. It's the last one. The last shakedown of this shakedown session. Very lovely. So I've actually come out to enjoy this in the fresh air. And the pits are emptying, so people have gone away from the pits already. The pits are right behind us, pits are like over the edge from us. And they just confuse us with the running order, but that'll be actually sorted out for tomorrow when we rejoin you. With 3 rounds off qualifying on this unique chalk-based surface. Very flat for a championship circuit. My guess was many years ago when it was first built, it was completely flat. So obviously the jumping part of off-road evolved a few years after the cars themselves did. They were just used to running, the off-road just meant it wasn't on tarmac, and they were just running glass tracks in parks. Remember doing some 1/8 off-road, got back in probably 88, 89. It was just a grass track laid out with fire hoses. And the biggest problem with those days was keeping the cars running, because they used to get, the air filters got clogged up with the grass clippings, and they just got richer and richer and richer and eventually stop. And as our flag marshal comes out, any second now he's going to call the end to this, the final shakedown heat of the day, and the final action here at Reims on this Wednesday, the final action of practice, because don't forget it gets serious from just before 10 o'clock tomorrow. I'm saying just before 10 o'clock, I will need to check that obviously. Plenty of problems for other people there, and oh dear. And this last heat is keeping given the way the action we've seen in this particular set of shakedown, I get the impression we can see quite spectacular qualifying because people find it quite hard to keep it on the island. Also, the pit entrance is quite difficult as well. And that is it. The last car has left the building, which means that that is the end of our first live streaming broadcast of the year and the season. We'll be back tomorrow morning, and we hope you enjoyed the show this afternoon. But it's going to be a full-on coverage of qualifying tomorrow, and we will be up from about 9:45, as I said before, with 3 rounds of qualifying and a lunchtime show if we fix the bits we need to fix. But actually, no, they don't fix it; they work. Just got to set them up. So thank you all for listening and watching. Thank you to Proline. Thank you to Team Durango. Thank you to Audi. Thank you to Paul. Thank you to Matt. This has been an RC Racing TV production, and we hope to have you back with us tomorrow morning.